Good morning. I'm Diane Bruni, president of Sebago Lakes Region Fuller Center for Housing. As the song by Pete Seeger says, if I had a hammer, I'd hammer in the morning. I'd hammer in the evening, all over this world. Picture this. You return to your old neighborhood. You have not driven through in years, but something compelled you to turn down the road. At first glance, it looks the same. On closer examination, the homes show their age. There is an older man sitting on a bench on his porch next to your childhood home. You recognize him and decide to drive your car into his driveway. His eyes light up when he sees you. You're surprised he remembers your face. As you begin to catch up on the years, he shares with you that his wife passed away a few years back and his health is failing. He has to leave his cherished home because he can no longer care for the badly needed repairs. Your heart is broken as you listen to his story. This story is all too often the story we hear. In Proverbs 13, it says, hope deferred makes the heart sink, but when the desire comes, it is a tree of life. In the 5th chapter of Romans, it says, hope does not disappoint. When we have hope, which is essential to life, we can look to the future. We need hope in our lives, especially with everything that is going on in our world today. Bill Turner is a man of hope. Bill is a local cyclist and a member of the Faith Lutheran Church. Bill was searching for a bike ride across the U.S. and came across the Fuller Bike Adventure. He joined the ride and one year actually rode from Portland, Oregon to Portland, Maine. He raised funds for home repairs. And on days that he and others were not riding 50-plus miles, the cyclists built or repaired homes along the route. Upon returning home after one of his bike adventures, he suggested starting a local Fuller Center to his church. He and Lorraine Glausick began reaching out to other organizations to consider joining their church in this new endeavor. July 2019, 6 organizations comprised of 12 founding members met for the first time. These organizations were the Faith Lutheran Church, Raymond Village Community Church, North Windham Union Church, Windham Hill UCC, Unity Center for Spiritual Growth, and St. Joseph's College. During the next several months, the members met to create the infrastructure, file appropriate documents, and begin sharing their mission to help seniors in Raymond, Windham, and Standish with home repairs, allowing them to stay in their homes safely. We are supported by a national organization, the Fuller Center for Housing, based in Georgia. The Fuller Center for Housing was started by Millard and Linda Fuller. I wish I had had the opportunity to meet Millard Fuller. Born in 1935 in Alabama, as a young man growing up in the Deep South, he was driven to succeed. Graduating with a law degree, he set out to make his mark on the world of business. By age 30, he was a millionaire, and by all accounts, a success. Millard and his wife, Linda, had everything money could buy. Yet Linda didn't have a husband. Millard was always working and never home. Separating for a time, they eventually reconciled, and in a radical move, much to the surprise of family and friends, they sold all their possessions, donated the money to the poor, and began to seek a new way of life. Defining success about money was not fulfilling. Over the next few years, the Millers spent time on Kononia Farm, an intentional community in Georgia that had developed a program to build modest homes on a nonprofit, no-interest basis for those in need. With this model as their template, the Fullers headed to Africa, where they lived in Zaire, now the Democratic Republic of the Congo, serving as missionaries and successfully testing the housing model there. They returned to the U.S. with a vision to provide stable, affordable, safe housing to those in need, and in 1976 founded Habitat for Humanity International. Today, with the combined efforts of countless individuals and the overwhelming personal support of President Jimmy Carter, Habitat for Humanity International has helped more than 29 million people in over 70 countries. But Millard's story didn't end with Habitat for Humanity. He and Linda went on to form the Fuller Center for Housing in 2005, which promotes collaborative and innovative partnerships with individuals and organizations in an unrelenting quest to provide adequate shelter for all people in need worldwide. Sadly, Millard passed away in 2009, but his legacy continues right here in our communities. When I first heard about the Fuller Center, I knew immediately that I wanted to be involved. Serving people all over the U.S. and abroad, partnerships are called covenant partners. And the very first covenant partner is right here in the Lakes region of southern Maine. It was established to serve Windham, Raymond, and Standish. As stated earlier, 6 organizations with 12 founding members together in 2019 came together to help seniors stay in their homes safely. Matt Purinton and Reverend Pat Bessie from the Unity Center for Spiritual Growth, Gwen Rogers and Michelle Hamilton from Windham Hill United Church of Christ, Bill Turner and Lorraine Glausick from the Faith Lutheran Church, Reverend Nancy Foran from Raymond Community Church, Sheila Bork from Raymond, Steve McFarland and Heather Dinieno from St. Joseph's College, and Steve is also from the North Windham Union Church, and Jim McBride and myself from North Windham Union Church. 3 others have joined our board, as many members have had to leave. Karen Swayze Jones, Carol Gilman, and Betty McLeod have joined us. Just as we were getting started in 2020, the pandemic hit. We were delayed, but not discouraged. We were able to complete our first project in August 2020 by replacing windowsills, painting, and completing yard work for an elderly couple in Windham. This was followed by replacing a deck for another elderly person, and then cleaning gutters, raking, and general fall cleanup for 2 other homeowners. Our mission is simple: to give hope to others, to help others feel safe in their homes, to give dignity to others by having them be part of their efforts to repair their home. This is done with an opportunity to pay it forward through our Greater Blessing program. Families contribute to materials and in this way help others in future projects. We're a Christian organization, but we serve the needs of anyone who reaches out to us through our application process. We provide highest quality products at the lowest cost. 2021 is a new year with renewed hope. We hope you will join us in giving hope to others by volunteering your time, your money, materials to help us make this a reality for people in need in our community. You can help us by reaching out to people you might know that needs our services, volunteer on a project, or join a committee. You can find us on our website, Fuller Housing, or on our Facebook page. Picture this. You take a drive to your old neighborhood. An elderly man who you've known since childhood is sitting on his porch. The boards are new. There is a ramp off to the side. His eyes light up when he sees you. He tells you about the recent changes to his home. He is staying there. As the song by Pete Seeger says, if I had a hammer, I'd hammer in the morning. I'd hammer in the evening all over this world. And as Steve McFarland, one of our board members, says, every leaf we rake, every board we cut, every nail we pound, God is in our midst. Amen.